Hello and welcome to today's book review. In this video, I'll be talking about the book Things Fall Apart by Chinua Achebe, a true classic of world literature, a masterpiece that has inspired generations of writers in Nigeria, across Africa, and around the world. Barack Obama. Let's talk a little bit about the author of this book. Chinua Achebe, born in 1930, died in 2013, was born in Nigeria. Widely considered to be the father of modern African literature, he is best known for his masterful African trilogy consisting of Things Fall Apart, Arrow of God, and No Longer at Ease. The trilogy tells the story of a single Nigerian community, over 3 generations from first colonial contact to urban migration, and the breakdown of traditional cultures. He is also the author of Anthills of the Savannah, A Man of the People, Girls at War and Other Stories, Home and Exile, Hopes and Impediments, collected poems, The Education of a British Protected Child, Chike and the River, and There Was a Country. He was the David and Mariana Fisher University professor and professor of Africana Studies at Brown University, and, for more than 15 years, was the Charles P. Stevenson Jr. Professor of Languages and Literature at Bard College. Achebe was the recipient of the Nigerian National Merit Award, Nigeria's highest award for intellectual achievement, in 2007. Achebe was awarded the Man Booker International Prize for Lifetime Achievement. What's this book about? Things Fall Apart is the first of 3 novels in Chinua Achebe's critically acclaimed African trilogy. It is a classic narrative about Africa's cataclysmic encounter with Europe, as it establishes a colonial presence on the continent, told through the fictional experiences of Okonkwo, a wealthy and fearless Igbo warrior of Umuofia in the late 1800s. Things Fall Apart explores one man's futile resistance to the devaluing of his Igbo traditions by British political and religious forces, and his despair as his community capitulates to the powerful new order. A short review of this book. Chinua Achebe's classic novel Things Fall Apart provides a powerful glimpse into pre-colonial life in Nigeria and the clash of cultures that occurred with European colonization. Published in 1958, just prior to Nigerian independence, the novel tells the tragic story of Okonkwo, a leader in the Igbo village of Umuofia. Okonkwo is a respected warrior in Umuofia, but he is deeply afraid of appearing weak like his father. This drives him to act harshly at times, beating his wives and participating in the ritual killing of a boy he had cared for. To avoid seeming feminine, Okonkwo's hypermasculinity brings both success and inner turmoil. The first part of the novel paints a vivid picture of Igbo beliefs, traditions, and daily life before British missionaries arrive. The Igbo have their own religious pantheon, governmental structure, and artistic traditions, while not romanticizing pre-colonial life. Achebe depicts Umuofia as a functional society with its own moral code based on principles like the Golden Rule. The second part of the novel focuses on the cultural clash. When white missionaries arrive, building a church and seeking to convert the clan, some villagers convert, drawn to the new faith out of curiosity or marginalization in the traditional culture. Okonkwo, however, sees the missionaries as threatening Igbo life. When he commits a female offense under Igbo law, he is exiled for 7 years. Upon his return, Okonkwo finds the missionaries have made further inroads, with his own son converting. The novel builds towards a tragic climax, driven by Okonkwo's inability to adapt to changes in his clan. Things Fall Apart movingly explores timeless themes, like the relationship between fathers and sons, the complexity of culture and colonialism, and the danger of unchecked rigidity. I believe Things Fall Apart is a powerful and insightful novel, that is worth purchasing and reading. Here are some key reasons why it is considered a landmark work in African literature and one of the most important and influential books about the colonial experience in Africa. The novel has been translated into over 50 languages and sold millions of copies worldwide. The story provides perspective into pre-colonial Igbo culture and traditions in Nigeria, depicting details of life like religious beliefs, art, governance, and social values. This gives cultural insight from an African point of view. The protagonist Okonkwo is an engaging and complex character whose tragic flaws and desperation to avoid weakness drive the story's emotional arc. The novel explores the collision between Igbo culture and Christian missionaries in a nuanced way, showing positive and negative effects of both sides as traditions dramatically change. Themes of family, identity, adapting to change, and more seem universally resonant. Though the novel is firmly grounded in its specific cultural setting, the writing style itself immerses readers in the world of the novel through use of Igbo terms and prose rhythms meant to echo oral storytelling. Historical and social context around colonialism in Africa gives the story broader significance. The novel offers perspective on Nigeria's colonial experience. Overall, the novel appears to have inspired great discussion and appreciation worldwide for its cultural insights, memorable characters, evocative themes, and important portrayal of a pivotal time in Nigeria's history. For these reasons, it seems like a valuable and illuminating read. Read good books. All the best to you, and goodbye.